Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most influential personal development books ever written, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book came from Hill's 20-year study of over 500 successful people, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. Carnegie actually challenged Hill to discover the formula for success that these wealthy individuals used. What Hill discovered became the foundation for modern success literature. Now, while the title says Grow Rich, this book isn't just about money, it's about achieving any goal you set for yourself. The principles apply to wealth, relationships, career, and personal fulfillment. Let's break down the core concepts that have transformed millions of lives. 13 principles. First, desire, the starting point. Hill's first principle is that everything begins with desire, but not just a wish or a hope. He's talking about a burning, obsessive desire, a definite purpose that consumes you. Hill emphasizes you must be specific. Don't say, I want to be rich. Say, I will earn $100,000 by December 31st of next year. Write it down, read it daily, visualize it constantly. Your desire must be so intense that failure isn't an option in your mind. He tells the story of how desire drove people to incredible achievements, like the man who was so determined to go to college despite having no money that he found a way to work his way through. That's the level of desire Hill is talking about. 2. Faith, visualization, and belief. Desire without faith is useless. You must have absolute faith that you'll achieve your goal. Hill talks about autosuggestion, repeatedly affirming your goals to your subconscious mind until you believe them completely. He says, faith is a state of mind that can be developed through affirmations and repeated instructions to your subconscious. If you tell yourself every day with emotion and conviction that you will achieve your goal, your subconscious eventually accepts it as fact and begins working to make it reality. 3. Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious. This is a technique of feeding your subconscious mind with positive thoughts and definite goals. Hill recommends creating affirmations and repeating them with feeling and belief. For example, if your goal is financial, you'd repeatedly affirm the exact amount you want, by when, and what you'll give in return. The key is emotion. Just mechanically repeating words doesn't work. You must feel it, see it, believe it as you say it. 4. Specialized knowledge, personal experience or observations. Here's something interesting. Hill says general knowledge is practically useless in accumulating wealth. What matters is a specialized knowledge about what you want to achieve. The good news, you don't need to have all this knowledge yourself. You need to know where to get it and how to organize it for your purpose. Surround yourself with advisors, mentors, and experts. Henry Ford didn't know everything, but he knew who to ask. Hill emphasizes continuous learning. Successful people never stop educating themselves in their field. They read, attend courses, seek mentorship, and constantly improve their specialized knowledge. 5. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Hill distinguishes between synthetic imagination, rearranging existing ideas into new combinations, and creative imagination, receiving hunches and inspiration from infinite intelligence. Every fortune began with an idea. Every business, every invention, every achievement started in someone's imagination. Hill says you must see yourself already in possession of your goal, creating a detailed mental image and hold it consistently. 6. Organized planning, the crystallization of desire into action. Desire and faith means nothing without a concrete plan. Hill provides the practical steps. Form a mastermind alliance, meet regularly with your group, determine what you'll give in return for what you want, and create a definite plan. He's also realistic about failure. Most plans fail the first time. The difference between successful people and failures, successful people create new plans when the old ones fail. They keep going until they find a plan that works. Hill talks about the importance of leadership qualities, decisiveness, doing more than you are paid for, having a pleasing personality, sympathy and understanding, mastery of detail, and willingness to assume full responsibility. 7. Decision, the mastery of procrastination. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them frequently. Procrastination is the opposite of decision. Hill studied successful people and found they all had the habit of reaching decisions promptly. They knew what they wanted and decided to get it. They weren't swayed by others' opinions. He warns about sharing your plans too freely. Unsuccessful people love to discourage others. Keep your plans to yourself or share only with your mastermind group or who supports you. 8. Persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. This might be the most important principle. Hill says persistence is to character what carbon is to steel, the hardening element. Most people give up at the first sign of defeat. But temporary defeat is not permanent failure. Every successful person has faced setbacks. The difference? They persisted. They kept going when others quit. Hill provides practical steps to develop persistence, have a definite purpose, a burning desire, self-reliance, definiteness of plans, accurate knowledge, cooperation with others, willpower, and habit. 9. Power of the mastermind, the driving force. This is one of Hill's most revolutionary concepts. A mastermind group is an alliance of two or more minds working in harmony towards a definite purpose. Why is this so powerful? Hill explains two reasons: economic advantage, you gain knowledge and experience from others, and psychic advantage. When minds work in harmony, they create a third invisible force that's greater than the sum of its parts. Carnegie built his fortune largely through his mastermind alliance. Ford surrounded himself with brilliant minds. You need people who challenge you, support you, and bring different perspectives and skills. Choose your mastermind members carefully. They should share your values, be committed to success, and bring something valuable to the table. Meet regularly with a definite agenda. 10. The mastery of sex transmutation. This is often misunderstood. Hill isn't talking about celibacy. He's talking about channeling sexual energy, one of the most powerful human drives, into creative and productive pursuits. He observed that highly successful people had a strong sex drive but learned to redirect that energy into their work, especially during periods of intense creativity and productivity. It's about controlling and directing powerful emotions rather than being controlled by them. 11. The subconscious mind, the connecting link. Your subconscious mind works day and night. It's influenced by thoughts mixed with emotion, whether positive or negative. This is why controlling your thoughts is so crucial. Hill explains that positive emotions must dominate your mind. The subconscious mind will translate into reality thoughts of fear and anxiety just as readily as thoughts of faith and courage. You get to choose which thoughts you feed it through autosuggestion and conscious control. 12. The brain, a broadcasting and receiving station. Hill was ahead of his time, suggesting that the brain operates like a broadcasting station, sending and receiving thought vibrations. This explains intuition and hunches. When mastermind group meet and minds work in harmony, they stimulate each other and tap into what Hill calls infinite intelligence, a source of inspiration and ideas beyond individual minds. 13. The sixth sense, the door to the temple of wisdom. The final principle is what Hill calls the sixth sense, creative imagination, hunches, inspiration, and intuition that came after mastering the other 12 principles. This is where you receive warning of impending danger and notification of opportunities. It is that gut feeling that tells you which decision is right. Hill says this develops naturally as you apply the other principles consistently. Key takeaways. Let me give you the practical action steps from this book. First, get crystal clear on what you want. Write it down specifically. What, how much, by when, and what you'll give in return. Second, create daily affirmations and visualizations. Spend time morning and night affirming your goals with emotions and seeing yourself having already achieving them. Third, form or join a mastermind group. Find people who are also committed to growth and success. Meet regularly and hold each other accountable. Fourth, make decisions quickly and persist through setbacks. When plans fail, create new plans immediately. Never give up. Fifth, continuously expand your specialized knowledge in your field. Read, learn, seek mentors, take courses. Sixth, take action. All the thinking in the world means nothing without execution. Start where you are with what you have. One of Hill's most powerful insights is this: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but you must conceive it clearly, believe it completely, and work toward it persistently. The criticism in modern context. Now, to be fair, this book has some limitations. It was written in 1937, so some examples and language are dated. The sex transmutation chapter makes people uncomfortable with its old-fashioned views. Some critics say the book oversimplifies success and doesn't adequately address systemic barrier, privilege, or luck's role in achievement. The emphasis on positive thinking can sometimes veer into toxic positivity if misapplied. However, the core principles remain powerful: clarity of purpose, persistence, continuous learning, surrounding yourself with the right people, and taking consistent action. These are timeless success principles backed by modern psychology and neuroscience. The law of attraction elements should be balanced with practical action. Positive thinking alone won't create success. But positive thinking combined with strategic planning and relentless effort, that's a powerful formula. So Think and Grow Rich has sold over 100 million copies and influenced countless success teachers who came after Hill. While you should read it with a critical mind and adapt the principles to modern understanding, and fundamental message remains valuable. So success begins in your mind. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and persistent actions shape your reality. You must know what you want, believe you can achieve it, surround yourself with supportive people, and persist through every obstacle. The question isn't whether these principles work. Millions of successful people prove they do. The question is, will you apply them consistently in your own life? I encourage you to read the full book yourself. Take what resonates, adapt to it to your situation, and most importantly, take action on what you learn. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you found this valuable, please subscribe, share with someone who need to hear it. Until next time, keep thinking and keep growing.